Pam Dyson here with the St. Louis Center for Play Therapy Training, right here today in my playroom. I'd like to talk to you about using real life toys to provide children a way to play out life experiences and explore their feelings about those experiences. And one of the toys that I think is extremely important to have that represents real life is a doctor kit. And there are a lot of things you can put into a toy doctor kit that are either actual medical supplies and tools, or pretend childlike ones that are maybe a little bit affordable and easier for kids to manipulate. So in my particular kit, I have a real stethoscope. You can buy one of these at a pharmacy for probably under $15. So it's kind of a expensive tool to purchase. If you happen to maybe know a nurse, he or she may be able to give you one that they're no longer using if they've replaced theirs recently. So a stethoscope is something that children are usually familiar with. They know that these go in your ears, that you listen to your heart with this. And what I always find interesting is that when they're not using it in their ears, they know that doctors probably hang it around their neck like this, or nurses. Or they may hang it around their neck like this. So children will frequently use it in that way. And as a general rule of thumb, I've noticed most children like to be the doctor. And of course that means I'm going to be the patient. So they like to have that feeling of being in control. Because when a child goes to the doctor for a medical procedure, a checkup, they feel kind of vulnerable, and it can be frightening. And so if we can flip that and allow them to be in control of playing it out in a safe place like a play therapy room, we give them that feeling of being in control of those situations. So it's that feeling of being in control that children need and want, not so much the actual being in control. Very key component of child-centered play therapy. Stethoscope, cotton balls. You can buy a huge bag of cotton balls for usually about $1. Real Band-Aids. You can buy a box of inexpensive Band-Aids at a dollar store as well. And I've had play therapists say, but what do you do if the child uses the whole box of Band-Aids? Well, I have an easy solution for that. Don't put the whole box in. I have a little plastic box here that is the doctor kit that all of these tools go inside of. So I always make sure there's never more than about 8 or 10 Band-Aids at any given time. That way I don't have to put a limit on how many Band-Aids a child uses. So if they use all of these, that's okay with me. But what I've found is that when we give a permission a child to use all of what's there, they're probably not going to use them all anyway. So try it and see what happens. Band-Aids, cotton balls, a stethoscope, tongue depressors, or as one child I know refers to them as awe sticks. You need those as well. Affordable to buy in the craft department. And yes, if a child does not throw this away at the end of a session, I make sure if they are put back in, I take them out, I throw them away. I also clean these off if these have been in ears. I clean them off with antiseptic wipes as well. This was real once upon a time. No needle in it, of course, anymore. You can buy these pretty affordably at a pharmacy as well, or if you know someone who gives themselves injections, perhaps they have some of these that they could give you as well. And kids like these, that they are realistic looking. Masks, depending on where a child may be going for medical procedures, perhaps they're used to seeing medical professionals wearing masks. This is not a medical mask, this is a dust mask. I bought it in the hardware store. Several of them in a package for about $3. So these aren't going to have a long shelf life. The elastic's going to break or tear. The paper on the mask is going to tear, so if they're affordable, we can replace them more often. This is not real. It's a toy. I think it came out of a Fisher-Price doctor kit. But kids know that blood pressure cuffs go on your arm. They'll hook it on me. They love pumping this, making that spin around. One of these days I'm going to add an actual blood pressure cuff to my kit as well and make it even more realistic. So lots of tools that can easily fit into a small container. And yes, these all do go in here. If I lay them down correctly, I can close it up to use a bigger container as well. On more than one occasion, I have left my office after seeing several children back to back and found myself later looking in the mirror and realizing I had a lot of Band-Aids all over my arms in places where I didn't even need Band-Aids. So sometimes that's what happens when you're put into the role of being the patient. And something that's always fun for me to experience, and I want to share with you, is when there's always a shot. They examine me, they give me a checkup, and then usually I gotta have a shot. And so they get it ready, and usually it's in the arm, they'll, as they get nearer to my arm, I will say, is it gonna hurt? And they always go, yeah. And I'll go, how much is it gonna hurt? And they go, a lot. So I gauge the reaction that I give when they give me the injection, as to how they would like me to experience that. So real life experiences need to be provided for children to experience in the play therapy room setting. So if you don't have one already, get a doctor kit, get some basic supplies, put it together, and just see what the children that you work with do with a toy doctor kit. If you like this tip and you'd like to learn more, you can go to stlplaytherapy.com, click on the links to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, our Pinterest boards, connect with us there, give me a shout out, tell me which of my techniques and tips you've liked, you've utilized, or that you've adapted to the population that you work with, because I would love to hear from you. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.